Okay, here we go. We're going to keep going on the gears. And so today what I'm going to ask is we worked on, let's see, sorry. Okay, here we go. We worked on building this gear relation here in the model, and it had the spinning. So I was thinking what we'll do is turn this into a project where we design and print some gear housing, some mechanisms that we can use later on in a project. So what I want to talk about, I guess, is do a compound. So I can highlight that gear, copy it, paste, and then over here, the 30-inch, I'm going to Control C, Control V, Control V. Okay, actually, no, it didn't. Control V, I'll insert. Oh, it did. It's underneath it. It's right there. 230s here. One. Actually, there's many copies. I just need to delete that one because 90 and 30 and 90 and 30. There they are too. And what I'm going to suggest is first we need a fasten mate. In this case, we're going to not fasten. Sorry, same as we did before. It's going to be the revolute mate. This time we're going to choose the center there, base there, and I can't actually see it. This gear here underneath, it's underneath that one, and so I'm going to close that off and come over here, grab that gear, pull it out. There it is. So it may seem intuitive, and this is an important element of gears, that you could, so if this is our input drive gear, and we have a motor on the other side of the plate here, so we mount, so we'll say we mount a motor down here, and then we're going to have a drive axle come through this hole, up through this gear, and it'll drive this gear, which will then drive this gear. So it may seem intuitive. We have like a 3-to-1 gear ratio here. So we're going to get 3 times more power on the output here. So why not do it again? And then get your gear back on there, put another one in over here. So actually, what I'll have you guys do is practice that, and then we'll figure out what is the right way to do this. So first thing I want to show you, then we're going to go back to the Part Studio side. We're going to put in another hole. So over here, where I have the sketch, I'm going to go ahead and put in one more point. So I just click on here, you see it drags out, it'll make that horizontal. And then I'm just going to drop it because I want to use my dimension tool. Dimension there to there. And again, it's going to be 1.775, like that. And then where I made my holes, I can pick this one. Now here, back in the assembly, I have a new hole that I can use. So I'm going to do a revolute mate. Again, there. And you got to zoom in sometimes to just make sure you get that center of it. Face right there. Good. And it may seem logical now that I'm going to need another one. So I'm going to go back to the Part Studio, to that sketch. Here.
Thank you.
Put a point in again.
You remember that?
And then we put our dimension on there again. 1.775. Enter. There we go. Again, back to assembly. And it didn't update. And oh, I didn't update the holes. That's right. So I have to go here, double click on the hole tool that I did, and then pick this fourth one. Bang. Okay. And so here it is. It's out here, and I'm going to go ahead and do my relation now. So I'm going to say revolute mate, center of that, again to the underside. And now I've got to finish this up with the gear relation. So we're going to pick, I think actually I have, this was the second one I added. So I may have confused the direction that I put these holes in there. So what I'm going to do is just grab this one. Yeah, that's got no gear relation. Again, it's this one. So this is kind of where I kind of messed up. I think I need this one over here. So I'm going to fix that real quick. And here where I had the sketch for the holes, I'm going to put in another one. Here, going the other way. Again, a dimension between them. And again, I'll update the amount of holes. So now what it's done is it's actually giving me holes in this other direction. So I can use that. I just got to move this one here. So where I had this relation, I'm going to go click on it and delete it. And I'll be moving that down over here. So I'm going to say loop mate there. Now, here we go. So these two are related. Let me add these two. So gear relation, and we're going to pick first and foremost that one. You see I'm hovering over them, and then that one. And then I'm going to type in, so this one is going the other way now. And I believe we need to put in 1/3 like that. I'm going to try this. Yeah, it's working. Now I'm going to add a relation here, which is going to be this one and this one. And again, this actually is going in the 3-to-1 relationship. All right, so you'll see now what's happening with the output speed here. I think that, let me see. Looks like this is the wrong one. So I'm going to fix that. I'm going to go into that one again. I think this is the one that's got to be 1/3. See if that works. All right, yes, good. Now I see. What you should observe is that doubling these up only brings it back to the original speed. It doesn't work to get more power, more compounding, slow the gear train down. So that actually leads into what we really need to do. So I'm going to show it to you, and then we can finish for today, which is I'm going to take these revolutes off as well. I'm going to delete them because what you really want to do is what's called compound these. So I'm going to do this again. It's going to be a revolute mate. You want to put the small one here. On top of the big one. That. And then you're going to do the same thing over here. You're going to put the big one on the small one. Okay, now we have compounded gears, everybody. We just have to finish with the gear relation. And so I'm going to pick that, that one, that one, and that one. And then I believe those are a 1-to-1 gear ratio. So let me just try that. Okay, that didn't work. I think the gear to relation here should lock. Or I wonder, that didn't work, as you guys can see. I'm just going to try it. What really I'm going to do here is these two are going to be fastened. That's what I clearly kind of lost sight of. And so I'm going to show you how to do that. And so a fasten mate can fasten that and that. Now you'll see those are locked. Good. So here I can take now that gear relation. I'm done with the fasten tool. And the gear relation is going to be that mate and that mate. And this is going to be a gear relation again of 3-to-1. So let's try it now. So it's not working. Oh, and I have to point out that these would not be physically attached. You'd have a input coming in here, then to this gear, then to this, and then that would be an output. So there would have to be a spacer in here. And so we can add that later, and then we'll build up the housing. But